Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're at in the world. Please excuse me, my eye's watering again and I gotta see the quack about it. Now, How to Live Volume 5 might be the final volume, so listen up. If you watched all 4 volumes, you understand that you don't need to spend expensively. You need to live frugally. Live frugally, stick by budget, be very, disciplined, and only buy what you need. Therefore, only buy what you need, don't buy what you don't need, and you should be fine in this economy. Mind you, that's the best way to survive in this economy. Mind you, if you look at certain websites like TS Roadmap, for example, again I brought it up, transgendered issue, you'll find that transgenders try to live cheap. Sometimes the top ramens and beans to complete their sex change. But if they can do it, you, the other people in the world and America, can live cheap and understand how to go about doing it cheaply. Now, mind you, I'm going to give you some other advice. Like I said, how to live cheap is not easy. Now, Volume 5 discusses the remaining part. Living cheap is not easy, like I said. If you have to buy things in the bulk. Just live comfortably in your home. Don't buy junk. Don't eat out. I mean, you could live cheap on McDonald's dollar menu, but is it worth it? Or do you want to go home, pop in a TV dinner? Done. Now, mind you, that's the best way of doing things. My cigar burned out, so I'm done with it. It's a full-bodied cigar, so when you get enough nicotine in you. Now, if you have to cut out smoking, you can always try chew. You can always choose snuff. Or you can choose, like I said, cigars or pipes. Hold on. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. So, the other thing is if you want to save money and you own a pet, just buy generic dog food. My dog, Blizzard. You can find Trials and Tribulations of Rita Lee on MySpace. You'll find Blizzard. He's a little American Eskimo miniature, beautiful little white fuzzball. He's about 3. One of the purchases next month, since we're disabled, is there's the Spay Washington program, which is out of Olympia or Spokane. Sorry. Anyways, and it's going to cost us $62 to fix our 3-year-old little dog who's always going horny on someone's leg. Now, with that said, like I said, if you can cut out your utilities as much as possible, you don't need your cable, you don't need your phone unless it's a business phone. Use email for letters. If they have email, I try to cut my letters down. Now, usually I go through like 800 stamps a year, and I write people. It's not an easy job, but sometimes it passes the time. With internet and movies and video games, it passes the time wisely. Like I said, find things to pass the time till the economy picks up. Now, if the economy hits a depression, like I'm got in a gut feeling still because the stock market is crap, you're going to have a lot of trouble. That's why these videos are there to help you, the less fortunate. The rich, if you're watching this, here's an idea, help the poor. The middle class, we know you're going to be going down to the poverty level eventually because some of you have homes, cars, and your tobacco taxes are going up, which means you will be paying more. And that means if you watch my S-chip rant, it means, or if you've seen Aaron's S-chip rant, you'll see that he said it's a continuous cycle. The poor will buy their vices, booze, and cigarettes. The middle class will pay to try to get the economy perking by buying things, and the rich will. But the rich don't have to if they don't want to. Therefore, it's a continuous cycle. Meaning, the poor will buy what they need and only float the economy with what they need, and then the rest is, well, the rest. Right? So, in the economy, buy cheap, get generic meds when you have to. Get what you need for entertainment, movies, music, videos, games. And just stay in. Don't go out if you don't have to. Don't go to the bar. If you're a drinker, drink your beer at home. If you're like your hardcore boozer and you're watching this, get your whiskey or your vodka or your rum or your tequila or your cognac or your other mixed Kahlua drinks and liqueurs, drink them at home. You don't have to stay in a bar. You can stay home and be happy. So, with all that said and done, don't spend your money unless you have to. Use it for gas, buy your necessities, bankroll the rest in your mattress, you're safe. If you're afraid banks are going to fail, pull it out, put it in a safe. Safes are cheap, you can get them at True Value, dirt cheap. Sorry, didn't want you to hear that sinus problem. So, with that said and done, you can live cheap like me. Go out, buy generic brands. You don't need Coca-Cola, get your generic store brand. If you have a Giant Eagle in the area, get Giant Eagle brand. If you're at Fred Meyer's, get Kroger brand. If you're at Safeway, get Safeway brand. If you're at Albertsons, get Albertsons brand. If you're at some store that has Western Family or Shasta, get that. You don't have to go Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Or Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, etc. Now, energy drinks, I always keep several things of energy drinks on hand for mornings where I have to pull an all-nighter and all-dayer, like today. I get the jumbo cans, I get the 4-packs of Red Bull, slam it back when I'm drained, hop in the shower to help me out, no problem. Now, another thing is if you have a laundromat like me, always have in your safe several rolls of quarters. I usually go about $20 to $30 a month for quarters. Aaron usually does his laundry on my money, so I'm always running short. So I have Aaron wash them in the tub cheaply, hang them out to dry in a little clothesline in the bathroom. Good to go. We have a heat lamp, so it helps heat it up properly. So, with all that said and done, live frugally and you can get by. Now the rich, you guys don't need to live frugally. You can be frugal if you want. But the poor, we have to survive. So therefore we have to follow some guidelines and standards. Another thing is don't rely on credit cards. Don't. Use cash or get a prepaid debit card. Now in my hip pouch where I keep one of my backup pistols, my Direct Express debit card's in there. Mind you, government issued it, so I have my money on there every month. I just go get what I need and that's it. I try to hold back. Now on alcohol purchases, I usually buy a bottle a month or 2 bottles depending on what I like. Usually in the wintertime it's Yukon Jack's Perma Schnapps with a hot taste of cinnamon in it. Permafrost Schnapps, perfect. Mix it in hot chocolate, good to go in the evenings when Aaron makes it. Today he couldn't because he had to go home, get some sleep because he has to be here at 8 in the morning, which is 2.5 hours from now. So, with that said and done, you have to understand that the people have to live cheap. Now, I know a lot of Mexicans out here where I live that buy cheap. They send their money home, and what do they do with it when they buy their booze? They buy $6 pints of vodka or tequilas, or actually vodkas or rums or whiskeys. Sorry. Anyways, and then they just send their money home. So, if you don't need to spend your money, don't. In this economy, don't waste it unless you have it to waste. Use layaway if you have to do purchases like furniture. I got a layaway on a mattress and box spring. I'm just going to toss the box spring, it's gone. Use the old mattress, they ain't taking that, stack it on top of the new one, reuse it so I have a higher bed, and use the old mattress till it's dead. Then toss it and then use the new one. Therefore, milking my own mattress for a longer period of time. You see, even people like me can be very frugal and cheap. That's how I do it. Now, if you want cigars, you can go, like I said, Thompson in one of my cigar posts, or buy cigars in the bulk for like $30 for 20 of them. They're not bad. Humidify them properly, smoke them. Sometimes I do that at Walgreens. I buy them in the bulk, depending on the price. Now, the other thing is like I said, debit cards work, eBay works. Now, with that said and done, look for my how to live cheap and affordably on different, or how to acquire things on stores, or how to acquire different things online by different stores in my next video. Hasta lasagna, don't get any on you, and the best of goodbyes.